The European Commission and the United States government are currently negotiating a free trade agreement that's known as the Transatlantic Trade and Investment Partnership, or TTIP for short. Concerns about what TTIP could mean for democratic institutions, environmental standards, workers' rights and the future of the agriculture sector have been growing for some time. In fact, in recent weeks we have seen and witnessed huge mobilisations right across Europe in opposition to TTIP. This deal is currently being negotiated behind closed doors by unelected European officials who, by their own admissions, don't take a mandate from the European people. This is the attitude of the people who are apparently negotiating on our behalf. Almost all of the documents and details of the negotiations are kept secret, and those that have been released have been done so due to leaks or pressure from bodies such as the EU Ombudsman. One of the outworkings of the secretive nature of the negotiations is that a small, limited amount of documentation is available to be viewed by MEPs and MEPs alone. In order to access these documents, MEPs must first register and attend a secret reading room which is located here in Brussels. They must sign a confidentiality agreement, swearing never to divulge the information they see. Mobile phones and anything else that could be described as recording equipment are held by officials, and one of those officials stays in the reading room for as long as the MEP remains. This is an entirely undemocratic way of doing business. I'm elected by the people of Ireland to represent them and to inform them of developments at an EU level that may impact on them, not to access information that is denied to citizens I represent. In order to highlight this ludicrous situation, this week I took the opportunity to enter the secret reading room, officially called the Classified Information Unit, where I read TTIP documents, including the draft chapter on agriculture. While there were worrying elements of the documents I saw, there was nothing that could be argued as being so sensitive that it should be stored in this secret reading room, hidden from the media and citizens, accessible only to some MEPs. In fact, the agriculture document is more concerning for what's not in it as opposed to what is. But remember, what's inside the reading room is just the tip of the iceberg. The most sensitive documents are still hidden to even MEPs and even national governments. The potentials of TTIP are too important and too dangerous for details to be kept from European citizens. The documents that I saw this week and the documents that have remained under lock and key by the Commission must be released so that people can make informed judgments. It's my firm view that with the full information, citizens would make a clear decision that TTIP should be rejected. We need MEPs to demand transparency, and we need governments, including the Irish government, to support the rights of their people. Unfortunately, Fine Gael and Labour have decided to act as cheerleaders for the EU Commission rather than defenders of Irish workers and farmers. They too have refused to release their own TTIP files, despite my freedom of information request for them to do so. Remember, TTIP is about protecting corporate interests. We know from the Irish government's own report that Irish agriculture, particularly the beef sector, will suffer as a result of TTIP. We have learned that it will not be a good deal for Irish-owned small and medium businesses. We know of the huge concerns for workers' rights and environmental standards. Throughout Europe, hundreds of thousands of ordinary citizens are mobilising against this deal. Slowly but surely, the governments and the Commission are hearing the message, but they're ignoring it. The only way to stop them ignoring the cry against TTIP is to make that cry even louder. People in Ireland and across the EU have to stand up and register their opposition to this bad trade agreement before it's too late. We need you to lobby all MEPs and the government to oppose TTIP and to stand up for Ireland and to demand fair trade deals that serve people rather than corporate interests. Join us in the battle against TTIP. Berigi Bua.